Hi everyone and welcome to IC Stories episode 58. In today's episode, dalawa po ang ating guests. And don't worry guys, this AMA will be in English, but for now I will just speak to our Filipino audience and say hi to everyone watching and to everyone who are sending in some love and support on our comment section. Hello po Ari. Harris, thank you so much for being here. Lee, Novia94, Anis, Id, maraming salamat. Espeso, hello. Hi, kumusta? Thank you very much for joining us in today's episode. Gaya ng sabi ko kanina, dalawa po ang projects na i-cover natin today. And a little heads up, meron po tayong not one, but also two IC Pulse episodes coming right up dito sa ating YouTube channel. So if you are not subscribed yet, you are missing out. Click nyo na po ang subscribe button dyan and yung notification bell to make sure na lagi kayong nangunguna or nauuna kapag meron tayong ina-upload. By the way, napakarami nating paandar sa ating ibang socials. Meron po tayong pag-giveaway din sa ating Twitter. So as you can see here, meron tayong giveaway, meron tayong 50,000 DOLR dollar airdrop po. Please participate in this. To know more about it, you can go to our Twitter or X at ICP Hub _PH. Nakalink din po yan sa ating description box. Alright, alam ko, sobrang excited nyo na. Nakikita ko na may mga nagsasend na ng questions. So, huwag na nating patagalin pa. Please help me give a very warm welcome to two of our guests today. With us, we have Yuri, the co-founder and the community lead of FrameChain. Hello, Yuri. How are you?
Hello, everyone. Nice to be here. Feeling good, feeling good.
Thanks for joining us. And with us, the CEO of Bridge23, Constantine. Hello, how are you?
Hi. Good. Nice to meet you too.
So excited to talk to you guys today. Maybe we could give a little bit of background. We would really love to know, like, what was your life before Web3, and how did you eventually fall into the rabbit hole of the blockchain space? Yuri, maybe we can start with you.
Yep, sure. For me, it was quite random, to be honest. I was about to go for my master's degree in Japan because I was originally a Japanese translator. I was working in Japanese companies in both like Japan and in Russia. Mm-hmm. But suddenly my whole like master's degree program thing got canceled due to geopolitical situation. But I already have sold my car, sold my anything I was about to go. Instead, I just decided to like put this money into crypto, NFTs, and started to slowly dig into it. And basically, I was just super active in all the communities, which I liked. I was promoted to moderator, when like community manager, and when like community lead suddenly. So it's like around 2, 3, maybe even 4-year long journey, which got me here.
Wow. And once you go into crypto, it's hard to just leave because it's so addicting, especially when you are so immersed in building a community. When you're actually a part of it, it's just so fun to meet people of different walks of life, different with different backgrounds. And yeah, it's a very, very welcoming and a challenging space to be in. How about you, Constantine? What was your life before, and how did you get introduced in the Web3 space?
Before I joined as a founder of the startup in blockchain, I work finance analytics as a trader, and I'm also economist and developer. As all buff we build stuff for market research, and I mean for macroeconomy, it's not just about trading. Yeah, and after same case as like a geopolitics case, I move to a different country and start find what I can to do. And because I can work as engineer, I mean I have few idea with AI, also blockchain, as how we can grow real Web3 stuff. I mean it's not about just blockchain or cryptocurrency. It's more about tech part, like how we can change relationship and the business. And from my experience as an analyst, I find as a few product market fit. I mean, as a just checklist which problem we have, and we start find solution for it. And now, I think we already find it. Yeah.
I love that. I'm so excited to hear both of your projects. And I mean, both of you guys wear so many hats, and I think that's also a common thing in Web3. Like, you are not only a user, you're also kind of part-time DGen. You are in the community, you're growing the community, and you, Constantine. I mean, you're in analytics, you're a developer. Dang, you really took all of the skills and like hoarded all of them, huh? But now, thank you for introducing yourselves. Now, maybe we want to get to know a little bit more about your projects. Yuri, go ahead.
Yes, so if it's possible, I would like to show a presentation of our project because, to be honest, it's something never done before in Web3, and I think I can't really say like, oh, it's an example of this, no, it's something
Yeah.
new. So I would like to just show it. It would be easier.
Yes, of course, of course. Feel free to share your screen so I can pop it into the live.
All right.
Here. Okay, perfect.
Okay, guys, so today I'm going to introduce you the FrameChain project, currently building on ICP blockchain. And what is FrameChain? Like, briefly, it is a framework which allows you to create infinite picture loops through like zooming, as you can see on this introduction video,
That's so
without
trippy.
without losing any like quality, original design. It's gonna like remain the same. So in this example, we have a loop of just 3 pictures. And the trick here is that the content inside the frame, like these pictures themselves, were all adjustable, while the frames are the smart contract bond NFTs. So basically, it means that by owning a frame, you and only you can decide what exactly you can like do with it. So you can split it in the parts and sell these parts, like keep the whole frame to yourself. And I'd say in some way, maybe you can feel it. It's like metaverse logic, like where the frame is your land, basically. So let's say here the owner of the first frame, Gary, let's call him Gary, decide to sell a part of his frame, like this neon banner. So one of the guys has bought it and replaced the original image of his neon banner with his like anime girlfriend or whatever he wants. So this one is adding to the frame number 1. Owner of the frame number 2, let's say like Kevin has decided to sell a part of this girl's eye as a separate frame. So user number 3 has bought it and put this like store or whatever it is on the frame number 2. So it's like this way we can create like infinite loops with different owners of each part, right? So what if our dear friend Gary decides to sell not just 1, but let's say 5 parts of his frame? And of course he can do it. It's up to him which parts he's going to sell, for what price. He puts it on marketplace. And here he basically has decided to play it smart, and he have chosen the parts which won't really ruin the overall concept of his original art, right? So if something changes here or here, it won't really ruin the whole like neon city vibe, right?
Yeah.
But could he just like split it randomly, let's say 50 different pieces? Of course he could. It's his frame. He can do whatever he wants. So for this project, we surely needed a marketplace to sell like the frame parts, the NFTs made out of these frame parts. And we just decided to, after like a research we have conducted, we just decided to make our own marketplace built in the product itself. Because like the bridges, the wallet connection to the, let's say, OpenSea marketplace would take a lot of resources. So instead we can just make our own marketplace with our, like backed up by our own token within our own ecosystem. Makes more sense. So let's take a look at the same example with 3 NFTs from the investor point of view. So how can you actually monetize your frames? Here we still have like Gary, owner of Layer 1 NFT, Layer 1 frame. In our team, we just call them like mother frames. And he has decided to put 3 parts of his frame on marketplace, like let's call them child frames, right? So the same logic basically applies until level infinity. So level 2 can create level 3 frames and so on and so on. And the best part about it is that you earn a percentage of each transaction which is made within your frame. So if you're a lucky owner of level 1, like Gary, and someone has bought like 3 of your NFTs, made another one, you earn a percentage of each transaction up to like level 100, level 200, level whatever. So obviously it's in your best interest to create kind of a community around your frame, right? To promote it everywhere, to make it, let's say, appealing enough so other people would build something on top of you, creating this loop, right?
Yeah.
So we in the team, we are not considering FrameChain as a solution for a specific task like Konstantin. We have like a specific solution for a specific goal, but this is not the case. We believe that project is kind of a user-driven social sandbox, or like a set of tools which you can use any way you like. But obviously there are some use cases anyway which we could think of beforehand. And let's say you are like a manga or a digital comic artist. So you could simply get yourself a frame, create the first page, and promote it like in a collaboration way with the other artists, offering them to continue your story, like second page, another guy, third page, another guy, and so on and so on. And
that's interesting. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I'm really sure that about like layer 15, it will completely get out of control. Like, turning into like complete chaos. Your story could be split into like
Crazy
15 different
twist.
routes. Yeah, maybe it even can take like 18 plus route. I don't know, but
Yeah.
Maybe that was your whole plan from the very beginning, right? I don't know. So for like celebrities, influencers, it's pretty easy to create fan pages within a single frame and sell their like legacy assets. Let's say their art, real world assets, like, or just simply create a pixel battle within the community. Why not? And such fan frames could be made by the users themselves, building the community of, let's say, I don't know, Taylor Swift lovers on the frame tree, right? And the fun part here is if I hate Taylor Swift, I could simply buy a child frame like layer 2 within the fan
And
tree.
just mess with everyone.
And just mess with everyone. Just draw. Oh, yes. I can just post with her
just
like...
clown them. Yeah.
Yeah, like private jet emission reports, of Taylor Swift. Whatever, I could post it. But in this case, guess what? The part of the transaction still will go to the original frame owner. So in some way, it's a win-win where you can satisfy your like troll nature, and poor fans will still get a penny.
Yeah, I mean, any engagement is still engagement, whether good or bad, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that makes sense. Go ahead.
Yep. So even if you're just a simple dude, right? You're too far from crypto, from online battles, from trolling, anything. In such case, you could just be interested in the technology itself, to use it like in motion design or for your real life events. Let's say you can get yourself a low tier frame for like 2-3 cents, upload some cool couple pictures with your fiance, and you make a beautiful video for your wedding like presentation. Why not? Easy.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't really think about it in terms of events, because yeah, it could be for couples for a wedding, but it could also be like general for events, right? For if there's a crypto event for Token 2049 or DevCon coming up, you could just have those pictures like overlaid, and then we can have this very cool loop. That's interesting.
Yep, just motion design, whatever. You can just use it this way too, not specifically for like crypto, whatever.
Yeah.
And the exciting part is like the amount of possibilities, amount of like possible usages is really limited only by your creativity. Because after one of our presentations, we had a guy who just came to us to the stage, and he was interested in building his real estate business on top of us. Basically, he said he would use the frames as like kind of a marketplace, right, where he puts his like real estate objects, like houses or
Yeah.
flats, whatever. So people could zoom through, take a look inside, and he would put like the same price as, let's say, 1 month's rent for his frame. So if you buy the frame, you get with
Interesting.
rent. And as long as it is like NFT smart contract, such a transaction is transparent, visible, and yeah, why not? It works this way. Alrighty. So basically that's it for now. I just wanted to add a few cents about what's next. So we for sure we would like to encourage our users to use their frames for charity as well. Where, for example, you can take like some kids' drawings, right, and make an exhibition and just sell the earned money back to those kids. Like, why not, to this facility or whatever. And from our side, we are keen to donate to the art schools ourselves. And well, for the average crypto investors who are not interested in like social stuff, we just opening the possibilities to stake the token to get a passive income. And last but not the least, we're going to build the SNS DAO with like its own treasury, where the users would have an option to impact the project by locking their tokens for voting on like project aspects like development, marketing, anything. So currently, yep.
No.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I'm finishing, and currently we're just working on detailed tokenomics project white papers. So if you're interested in the technology, in FrameChain, in the whole ecosystem, anything, just make sure to follow us, follow our social media, and well, we'll see you very soon there. Thanks.
Love that. Thank you so much for sharing about your project. And I think you're right. Like your creativity is the only limit for this, because there are so many applications. It could be for businesses, could be just for trolling, just for fun, something that an inside joke for your friends or for your community could really just dive into together. Yeah, I'll pause here. I have a few questions, but I want to hear from Konstantin now. Maybe you could share about your project, and later on we can talk about more details of FrameChain. Konstantin, hello, can you hear us?
Yeah. What about FrameChain? Sorry.
No.
You
I
mean?
was just gonna say maybe you could introduce us to Bridge23 now.
Yes. I think I don't show the pitch deck today because it's not make sense. As in Bridge23, we built as a platform of personal AI agent, what give access to user, monetize their data by training business AI agent. And we built as millions of personal AI agents, like Mr. Smith from Matrix.
Oh,
Uh,
interesting.
yeah. I mean, if you join to our Telegram mini app or in our app, you have in your hand your personal agent. When you start upload data about your purchases, browser history, social media activity. I mean, all what you can upload, or any part of digital footprint in web or in
So it
the
knows more about you,
geolocation.
right?
Yes, because he trained it for you, and this is your this is your personal Mr. Smith, and he think like you. He know what you like. He know what you want, and he find the best solution for you every day. I mean, as a general idea is new economic opportunity and benefits from your data in Web3 and with canister in internet computer. This is first point. But after we understand what is a real cool agent, I mean, he know what I like as a croissant with pistachio cream, but I don't upload this data, but he think what I like it and try to find it in
Oh.
Bali, but it's impossible. And Elsa is a good point for users, because if you go to travel, he can find the hotel what you like. I mean, he think what you like it. Yeah, and
Yeah,
you
like
all time.
recommendations.
Yes. This is like your mini GPTs. You can ask something on, or he can find for you, like a new YouTube video. Is there any
Yeah.
interesting topic for you in Twitter or anything? Yeah, it's so powerful tool because big. OpenAI models is so smart, but it's so big, and
Yeah.
I think what the future is billions smaller models. Yeah. And second part is the business side. Was we have big problem with target ads, with target ads, and the target marketing, because user saturation is so hard. I mean, we have
Yeah.
a lot of ads. I mean, I read on Twitter just what I'm following, and I don't want to see nothing because it's bullshit all time. Like it's a GPT generate for me new post, or like LinkedIn when I going, and all looking so smart. And I think, guys, ciao. I mean, I can do something like this, is because
Yeah.
when I
Yeah.
open message like, hello, my name is blah blah blah. I am as a software engineer. I think, wow, but we do some stuff like bots for LinkedIn, and I understand what is bots, and I think, fuck, when I can speak with real people, and this big problem in Web2 right now, because AI is very good, it's really powerful tool, but people use it not good. I mean, as a
Oh,
spam.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, in our case, our agent, I mean, where business sign up to our app and create business account, they for them it's work like a typical Web2 app. I mean, normal. You sign up with Google, you take KYC,
It's not
and
complicated. Yeah.
yeah. For business, it's not important because they. I mean, in Web3, business open, user private. Yeah,
Yeah.
is we change roles. Yeah, so what we
Yeah.
can be
Yeah.
human to human speaking, and they fine tuning their AI agent like I have restaurant, Italian restaurant in Manila, and I want better understand my customer. Please find all people who go to Italian restaurant in Manila last 3 months, for example, or eat specific dishes. And after this, your business AI agent call to the user agents. I mean, to the, I don't know how many people in Manila, for example, 2 million AI agents in Manila. And he asked, guys, which
Oh, you could
boss,
blast off messages. Like the AI could blast off messages to other
yes,
users.
yeah.
Oh,
No,
interesting.
AI agents speak just with AI agents. I mean, don't read directly. And for
Okay, okay,
example,
got it, got it. Yeah,
if you
yeah.
potential client, your AI agent start provides a deal like, yes, my boss like Italian food. I'm ready to sell you, for example, 100 megabytes data about my boss for $200. And business agent say, no, man,
Mm.
I have just 50. And your AI agent can ask you, man, you give me goal, sell my data, not less like $200, but I have offer $50.
Oh,
True,
interesting.
not true.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. And this is real potentially what we call in the Web3 is like own your data. But what they mean, I don't know, because if I have picture my kitty, uh, not make sense because I buy few
Yeah, yeah,
NFC
yeah.
for 22 Ethereum, and now
Mm.
it's price zero.
Yeah.
But I have few samurai and cats and a lot of fun pictures, but I don't know what to do with that. But in our
Mm.
case, in internet computer, possible own your real important and expense data, because it's in age of AI. I mean, as a global AI, our work like a human, we need tokenize all around you and provide as a correct data to the algorithm, to the AI. I mean, I right now is just machine learning. It's not AI, because next step is
Mm.
AI when
Yeah.
they start think together without us.
Mm.
And yeah, and I think our tools can be first small step to the AGI, where they start thinking not just data what they uploaded for training, because they can change with small. I mean, they can change faster. and train it faster and provide more relevant users, customers, sales, and anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, this is what we do right now. I mean, now we train as a first as a personal AI agents. It's good
Mhm.
because it's very, very small, is tiny LLM models,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
and I think when we open test for business side, we're looking how it will work for ads, for example, or
Mhm.
for growth sales, because we don't have as a real experience with that, but we think what is will work much better.
Mhm. Funny you mentioned you could directly ask it like for example you're traveling, what kind of hotels could you recommend? I love that you mentioned that because I'm we were planning a trip recently and I was like, man, maybe we can ask an AI to give us like travel recommendations in this specific place. But the ones that they were giving us, the list was it was just not my vibe, you know? It was just like all
Yeah,
these touristy places and they just didn't resonate with me. But I verbally said like out loud that I wish that I could just train this AI, feed it what I
yeah,
like, and it would learn more about me so that all the recommendations that I ask would be more aligned to what I prefer. And it would just remember that. So I'm your target market, man. I mean, this is it. I'm sold. Where do I sign? I'll click the Telegram bot now. I'm loading it as we speak. No. But
yes,
yeah,
yes.
it's
And
a
after this, yeah, you can upload all your history from Booking or
mm,
any of the airlines, Uber, Gojek, Grab,
yeah, yeah.
for he start understand better which type of travel you prefer. And yeah,
Mm.
but
I
because
love
there's
that.
for example,
Mm,
OpenAI, they know a
yeah.
lot, but they
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know
The
directly what's the
niche,
good
yeah,
for you. Yes,
it's too
yes,
vague, it's too, you know, there's a lot of fluff in there. And I like what you said where yeah, it is big, it's massive, and it could grow even bigger. It's growing even bigger every day, right? But we also need some who are just condensed and like specific for certain people, certain needs, such as, you know, businesses. Even in businesses, that's still such a broad spectrum, right? We have like the different industries to consider. So yeah, yeah. I think there is a huge market for Bridge 23 in that there's a need for very personalized AIs now. And then I feel the same way for FrameChain as well, that um you guys very much appeal to a lot of creatives, and there's so many ways that you could just explore in using it, right? Again, it's the same for personal use, for business. I can see various applications for both. Now maybe you both can share, where are you guys in the production stage? I know Yuri, you shared a little bit earlier, but we would really love to know more about where you guys are. What are you currently focused on? What can we expect in the next 3 months? And then what can we expect maybe in the next year or so, or the roadmap for it? Yuri, go ahead.
Yep. So I'll begin with a short backstory, if it's possible, about
Yes, go ahead.
how FrameChain started. So we have our dear founder Tony. So hi Tony, if you're seeing this,
Hi,
uh,
Tony.
who is like a great front end senior developer, but he was working in Web 2 for like super long time, like 10 years or
Mm,
something. And in his like free time, he was just doing kind of a frame chain, which I showed you right now, just for himself, for fun. You
yeah.
know, it was his like dream project after he seemed a couple of Instagram videos where the guys are zooming something, where's another
Yeah,
picture
yeah.
in picture. So this
Mm,
stuff was like something what inspired him to do it. So he was doing it
mm,
for just himself. And when we had a couple of meetings here with guys from ICP, with other developers, and everyone said, "Hey, actually, it's a good idea. You can build it in Web3, not just for yourself or for like Web2 use, but we can make like a community around it. We can make it better, bigger." So
mm,
yeah, that's how it started. And now we are, I'd say, 95% ready on in terms of technology itself, like zooming,
mm,
everything. It was challenging to do it, to be honest, because
mm,
if you have like 1,000 pictures in perfect like quality, not like there's no server which can handle it with zooming at the same time, without lags, without
Yeah.
like
The
uploads.
quality
So
degradation.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. So it was quite a challenge to make it, but now it's more or less ready. I'd say like 95% we're done with the frame chain itself. But to go into the Web3, we have a couple of milestones for sure. We need to build like the base ICP canister for the marketplace for the whole product. That's first
Yeah.
thing first. Later add like the tokenomics, like make TGE, the staking, reward system, and later on we are thinking about cross-chain NFT bridging as well. But here is the trick, because our NFTs are basically white papers, right? We are not the pictures themselves which are integrated. So does it make sense to bridge with or not, or bridge just the parts which you have bought, for example, from someone? Let's say like Banksy is making his art on one of the frames. You bought a part of it. Do you want to bridge it or leave it on this frame? Or we're not sure yet. So bridging is something we're discussing at the moment. Do we really need it or not, or just to keep it inside one ecosystem? But yeah, more or less it's like this.
I mean, it's a good place to start. I feel like later on I'll be asking you about your experience with ICP and how it's been, why you chose it. But yeah, I feel like choosing one chain to just hyper focus all of your time, energy, effort, resources, and all of that before you go, you branch out before bridging happens is the smartest move. I feel like. How about you, Constantine? Tell us a little bit about, again, what you guys are hyper focused on right now and what the plan is for next year.
Right now, we focus on grow user base. Now we already have near 2,000 users. We launched maybe 2 weeks ago. I mean, last
Oh,
beta version.
cool.
Yeah,
You
yeah, it's
launched
going good.
on token, is that correct? Or what was that plan? Or it just so happens that
No.
okay.
I mean, as a product already live
Mm.
is work. Yeah, but we don't launch. We have token for pre-sale.
Oh no, sorry, I meant token 2049 because it happened. The biggest event in Singapore was 2 weeks ago, right? I thought it was just coinciding the event.
It's same. Yeah. We launch
Cool.
we launch maybe a few days before token.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Cool.
yeah.
I mean, that's
Because
great momentum, man, because everyone is talking about it. And everyone's just very hyped, and the energy is great around that time. Yeah, go ahead. You were saying?
yes, but it's not special. It's just because we
Yeah.
finish some part of development because we plan launch in
Yeah.
August,
Yeah.
but we
Uh-huh.
launched just on token. Yeah.
Mm.
Also, we have in this year a lot of pivots. Once we start from NFT loyalty program, expense tracker, data marketplace. I think as a totally we have 6 or 7 pivots, and this is radical. I mean, the totally different products. And now, God bless what we built is a data marketplace, and we already have AI agents inside.
Yes.
That, yes. And because
You
we
landed
make
on the
the
best
small
idea.
changes. Yes. I opened the request to start up in Y Combinator page, and I think, whoa, we have agents.
This is it. Yeah.
Yes.
That's it. We have a winner.
Yeah. And now is a big upscale is a user base. Because we don't launch as a big promotion. It's just organic growth. 1 second. Something happened with TV.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's a Bali magic, I think. Yeah. Yeah, and we work now on user base and the launch much more AI agents for take as a critical mass in the Indonesia. But now we're also looking for Africa, for
just
Asia,
expanding.
Yes, because a lot of users join from different region, and we can stop it. And I think okay, because before we focused just in Indonesia, and also Philippines is nice because this is earn from your data. For example, in Indonesia or in Philippines. I mean, most part of Asia don't include Singapore because I first time in Singapore, and now I know what is expense.
Yeah.
When you pay $500 per night, and I think without window, and I think, wow, Nice. First time in my life I live in box for $500. It's crazy.
Yeah, Singapore does
Yeah.
that. Mhm.
Yeah, and a few $100 or I don't know, totally is a $3,000 or $5,000 per year in Asia
Mhm.
is very good. In Africa is very good. Yeah, because it's and in
Yeah.
our app it's really possible. And this is not an if this is we talk about young models because if you train your
Mhm.
model 2 year or 3 year,
Mhm.
is crazy stuff because we can provide a lot of prediction for politics, social activity, for
Yeah, for
governance.
sure. Because that's very fat data there. There are so many things that you could apply it for. And yeah, yeah. I have so many questions about data because it's a very sensitive topic and people are becoming more and more protective of it. I would say some of our questions are actually referring to that. But
Canister.
yeah, we'll cross that bridge in a while. But I guess what I'm curious now is you guys are building these amazing apps and you have an idea of your initial cohort of users, which is amazing. Now, I guess, how does ICP fit into this? Like, I want to hear the story as to how you met with ICP, how you eventually decided that you're going to build it on top of it, and maybe the why of it. Like, why ICP, as there are so many other options there. Yuri, again, you are my first victim. Would love to hear as to why you chose ICP.
Sure. So, Thailand, like we're based in Thailand. Our,
Mm,
let's say, 80% of our team are here. And
mm,
for ICP, Thailand is a big hub as well. Just like for Philippines, we have a lot of hackathons, like
mm,
different events, meetups, whatever. So it's easy to connect, it's easy to talk about like the possibilities, to pitch
mm,
your project, to hear the feedback immediately. And important thing is that when we were talking to our developers, uh, we said that there is no easier option to deploy what we want in Web3 when on ICP, because with canister approach is what can help us make with NFTs which are not NFTs, actually, like selling
yeah.
the white paper and integrate anything where to make it like separate NFTs. That's what possible to
Mm,
do on ICP easily, but on other chains, I'm not sure, because if you make NFT where it's NFT, you cannot like split it into
yeah.
parts. You cannot sell parts of
Can't
it. It's
fragment
NFT.
it for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
right. It doesn't work this way. But
Mm,
here we can make this work, as far as I
mm,
understand. So I'm not a developer. It's hard for me, but that's what I hear from
mm.
them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not a developer myself, but what I do hear from most of the projects that, come on here and people we meet during events is that ICP allows more flexibility in all aspects. So I feel like that also applies in FrameChain. And once you have a chain that is malleable and would allow you to explore or test more boundaries as to until where can it go, until how far could it go, right? I think that's very um, essential, especially for startups when you're trying to figure out where you wanna, or like what direction you wanna go to. You really need that as your ally. So yeah, I mean, thanks for sharing that, Yuri. How about you, Konstantin? What was the decision process like for you guys? Why build Bridge23 in ICP?
Is the answer for your question about security and data? What is because I'm a developer and what's the idea with decentralized canister? I mean, as a container or the
Mm,
Dockers in the cloud is great idea because um, don't anyone can't have access to your container because it's your box, like
yeah,
a
yeah.
Google Drive.
Mm,
And well, you don't need as a lot of inscription or something like this. You can just store it here, and it's safe.
mm,
It's more safe
mm,
than anything on the internet right now. And we chose it before we joined the incubator program in Indonesia, because we also have as a
mm,
big hub. And maybe we start build in July in ICP, because I'm start alone and I just find ICP in internet. I mean, as
mm.
I
Oh,
we start
really?
build before. Yes. And after maybe 1 month or 2 months later, when I'm on board, my CTO is my co-founder. I mean, it's my friend, and we start build it together because he has 15 year experience in development as a here, because I'm as a junior when I talk with them, and he all time as a please, I all time review your code. And we chose this internet computer, and after we to meet with Bruno, with some guys, and say, oh, we make ICP hub Indonesia, because before I don't hear nothing about Definity. I just take the developer forum, I take the library, and we start to build it, and take few connections also with developer. And after we join the incubator program, take some grants from Definity, and won few hackathon in Definity also. I mean, as ICP hackathon.
Wow.
And still building now. But now we also move to the Ton network, Stellar network, but this is more about token. But all core technology is ICP. And a lot of people, like you join to Telegram and all think, oh, it's Ton. No, it's ICP. I mean, as all what you see, all those happen is ICP. But general, if you Rust developer or you have experience with Solidity, it's not easy to migrate to the ICP. Is a few challenges with canister or the size of request, but it's all fixable. And also, what we go to the small LLM model, we have problem what we can't launch, for example, Llama 3 or Llama 4 in the canister. And we try to launch small models. And this is we start is like our problem, but now it's our product market fit.
Exactly. I mean, that's how you know. Sometimes you realize while you're building something that there's an even bigger gap that you need to fill, and there's like a certain market for that. And instead of looking for someone else to solve that problem, why not incorporate it and be the solution, or make your product fit for that, right? Very interesting stories. And I am so happy that ICP is offering so many superpowers, and it's always so interesting to hear how every project is incorporating that into what they're building and what specific powers of it they're really leveraging on. Now we have a few community questions here. Um, let's start maybe with the easier ones. So we have 15 minutes. I want to answer as many questions as we can. So if you could keep the answers not so short, but like just cute and sweet, and that hits the spot, that would be very, very welcome. So here's one. Let's start off very easy. Both of you are going to answer. This one's from Zacho Cleopatra. Can you list 1 to 3 killer features of your project that will keep it ahead of your competitors? What are the competitive advantages of your platforms that you feel most confident about? Constantine, maybe you can start with this.
More first person AI models is first killer features, security, and low cost.
I mean, you got me at low cost. No, I'm kidding. I feel like even with OpenAI, with it being a for-profit organization now, right?
It's so expensive. Believe me, it's so expensive.
I am so scared of how much they're gonna be charging a premium for access for AI now.
No. It's not profitable. I mean, as the payment for all this GPU is, I don't know how much, but it's crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, especially I feel like with the amount of data that you have to store, right? And again, ICP
store
is perfect.
And protect.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
Not just store, yeah.
Yes, thanks for pointing that out. And ICP again is perfect for that because of its canisters. So thank you for sharing that. How about you, Yuri, for FrameChain?
So ahead of our competitors, I would like to know who's our competitors, to be honest, because what's something I've never seen before on Web3, like infinite zooming social fi platform. Come on. So we're
I mean, great
Like,
answer. Show me. Where are
yeah,
they?
show me. So to answer the question, like more concrete, yeah, sure. We are super happy about our zooming feature. As I said, it took a lot of effort, a lot of time to make it work as it's working now, almost perfect,
Mm,
without like long loadings, everything on tech side were super good. The question here is, do people want to participate in something like this, to make like wireframes like a pixel battle, throw each other, like whatever? Our assumption is like, yes, that would be fun, but we'll see how it goes. We would like to onboard some influencers, to onboard more community members,
mm,
to see where it
yeah.
goes, where this journey takes us.
Great answers, you guys. I do think that going for the KOL route is a smart move as well because KOLs represent trust and they just have a very special connection with their community. And yeah, I feel like for a project like FrameChain, where initially the main appeal of it is for community and contributing. I feel like that's the best way to go about it, the best route for you guys. Now, here's a specific question for Bridge23. Um, Constantine, we were talking about data and its security, and you gave us a brief explanation for it. But Alex Vor wants to know how exactly you guys are going to ensure data security and prevent unauthorized access when using decentralized AI models.
Mm, uh, because it's yeah interesting. I mean, as in the canister architecture protected in general. I mean, yeah, of course, as a, because we have bit keys and the internet identity and NFID, but
Mm,
is a private key, and this is I can be sure what without my private key, don't anyone can join to my canister.
mm. Not
And yeah,
everyone can
and
like easily just access it, right? On a
no,
perspective
if
of a
they
developer,
no,
how different is
if
it?
if they take my phone and with me, yes, they can like, take
Yeah,
access to my canister, but they
yeah.
don't take my AI model, or I mean, they can change something.
Hmm. So would you say that users shouldn't be so worried about their data? And I think it's two things, right? The first one is unwanted attacks on wherever it is stored, right? Like a malicious figure or a malicious third party could like just gain access and spread it or expose it. And then the second one also is the data being sold illegally or being obtained illegally or um again like, yeah, just being sold without their knowledge. I remember earlier you mentioned like as a user, if I want to share my data, I have full control of that, right? Like I can set
Yes,
what type of data I could potentially sell, like which of my preferences. Like, for example, I am the user. I could set like, you're okay to share my travel preferences for this amount. Is that correct? Is that
yes,
like a
yes,
range,
yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
would how
You
would
can
that work?
you because your data sell your agent. I mean, not you. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you can sell
Yeah,
you that
yeah.
is directly, but is the data
Mm-hmm.
marketplace is second part of our product, but it's more expense because they can offer you much more money for that if you sell as a data package and they train it directly.
Mm-hmm.
But when
Yeah, yeah.
you because you give you fine tuning your AI agent and saying don't sell my browser history, for example, or don't sell my TikTok activity, or don't sell my data for
Oh,
McDonald's. You can
yeah.
choose, you can fine tuning
Very
this.
specific. Yeah.
Yes, yes, you can say for this merchant, for Starbucks, no, because a lot of her was I don't want to sell my data
Mm-hmm.
to Starbucks. I think
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
was
I mean,
yeah,
yeah, Alex, I hope we answered your question. So, two aspects of that. The first one is you'll have control of which part or which data you're going to be selling, and you get a profit from that, correct? And then the second layer to it is because it's built on ICP, and we have the canisters. So only the authorized party could really gain access to it. It would require like multi-signature approval or other forms of governance to enhance security. And also, let's not forget about end-to-end encryption, right? So
Yes,
there's that
it's next
as
year.
well. Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, Alex, thank you so much for that. I think for something for all projects where you have to share your data, that's always a very sensitive topic now, and I'm glad that we're able to address it head on. This one is for FrameChain. Espeso asks, what type of smart contract capabilities will FrameChain support? How will these enhance transactions and interactions within the platform?
So as I said, currently we have like only a Web 2 version of the project. So we are in the beginning of our like building journey. So there are no
Yeah.
smart contracts yet. We're just in talks with ICP now about potential integration.
Mhm.
But transactions and interactions, well, I can share some part of the tokenomic with you now, which we're thinking about to like maybe partly cover this question.
Mhm.
So what we think is like kind of a open ecosystem with which would be backed up with the frame chain token, which would be used for buying like frames, frame parts, whatever, and parts of these transactions will go to the end users, to the like holders of the mother frames, right? That's what I was talking about in the presentation.
Mhm.
Mm, So for this token, we are thinking about a limited supply, let's say like 10 million, for example, only, which
Mhm.
will be partly burned after each transaction. So with time, we are thinking to create like deflation token model,
Yeah.
which basically not goes up because we release more tokens, but the price goes up because there are less tokens on the market every single day.
Mhm.
And if you join like staking programs early, you have an option to mine more of these tokens. And
Yeah.
in time, we will just grow and grow and grow in price because there will be less and less of them. So that's what we think. But on what like smart contracts, all these iterations and integrations will be built, I'm not sure yet because we're still on like in the middle of talks with ICP and everyone.
That makes sense. Yeah. Thank you so much, Espeso, for sending in that question. We hope you answered it. Guys, if we ask your questions and you have follow-up questions, feel free to send them in and we'll try to get them to our guests. And then the next one would be for the both of you. What is the business model? I feel like this is also very important to know. Like, how would the business keep running, right? Joko No Counter specifically asks, how will you guys generate profit or revenue to maintain your company, and what is the revenue model? How can you make it how can you make it profitable equally for investors and your company? I think this should be for the company and investors, and of course the users. How would it financially benefit both sides? Starting with you, Constantine.
Yeah, we have the transaction fee when the every transaction when the business agent pay to the user agent, we take 10% fee for that, and this enough.
Mm. Yeah, and
I
I feel
mean,
like that's
yeah,
standard,
also,
right? Yeah, 10% is
uh,
standard.
yeah, I think no, as a general transaction model is best business
Mm.
model for us.
Hmm.
Yeah, else is a
Will there be a
subscription.
subscription? Yeah, I was
Yes,
gonna
but
ask
it's second part. I mean, it's
later.
not.
Okay, I
Yeah, yeah,
see. I
yeah.
see.
Because a subscription is all time as a free step later, because you need to
Mhm.
this, and after maybe you charge for subscription. Yeah, because now we already have as a business side clients who uh, ready to pay for that, who already pay to users, and yeah, it says improve our move faster. I mean, as a build it faster.
Mhm. Exactly. That makes perfect sense as well. How about you, Yuri? I'm interested to know. You mentioned like people could sell chunks or fragments of the NFTs, right? But what is the revenue model looking like for your end?
Yep. So, first of all, as I mentioned already, we will have a deflation token model where the price should increase with time, not like decrease. As, for example, in any staking project, we just release more and more and more tokens, saturating the market and overflowing it. We will do the opposite thing. It's the first one. And about the frames themselves, yes. So basically, for example, if you have like a layer, let's say free frame, right, on top
Mhm.
of layer two, but like on your frame, where are, let's say, 8 more layers. You solved like 5 parts of your frame. We became level 4. And with level 4 guys, each of them sold like 2. So you have more like level 5 something, I don't know, like 16 frames, whatever.
Yeah.
For each transaction which is made within this tree, like let's say level 5 guy has created a small frame and sold it for $80, you will get
Mhm.
a percentage, like let's say 5% of this transaction. But this will go up and up and up as well, because you are the child frame for someone else, right? So you have to pay them everything which is happens within you as well. So this kind of a tree approach will go up to level 1. So we'll have, let's say, 25 level 1 frames in total, no more. And all these trees will go down and down and down to level like 400. And when the transaction happens on level 400, every single level above it will get like something.
Mhm.
So to level 1, it might go like just 1 cent or something, but still it will be some chunk.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And I feel like as your projects, both of your projects, as they mature, there will be additional, ways or business revenue models would also mature alongside it. We have a couple more questions here, but unfortunately, we only have 3 minutes left. So maybe we could just take this time and you can invite our community. Maybe you could give them a short message, invite them to join your community. And if you have any announcements or anything else that you would like to share with them, this is your time to shine. Maybe we can start with you this time again, Yuri.
Yep, sure. So thanks a lot for inviting. First of all, it was a pleasure to talk to you guys, to have a chance to share what we're building, because we're kind of behind the scenes now, not anywhere. Like we just have a small Twitter at the moment. But when we go live, it would be nice to see
Quiet
you
stealth
guys. Nice to,
building. Yeah.
yeah, right. We're just slowly doing our thing, but slow and
Mhm.
steady. But yeah, it would be nice to have you guys to join our product if you're interested in like art, in Web3 in total, in let's say online trolling and doing something crazy. It's like we have a place for everyone. So we'll be
Yeah.
glad if you guys join us. Thanks.
They for sure have a seat at FrameChain Staple. If you guys want to be a part of their community, we have their Twitter linked on the description box. We made it very, very easy for you guys. Maybe you can tweet them now and say hi that you came from maybe this episode, or if you just want to, again, be a part of their community and see what they're up to. They're stealthily building now, but soon, as they launch, it would be of great benefit to be one of the early adopters for sure. So, yes, Yuri, thank you so much for sharing your time with us. How about you, Constantine? Maybe you could give a short message to our viewers and invite them to your community as well. Invite them to try the bot themselves. We also have it linked in the description.
Yes, yes. Join our mini app in Telegram. Start collect your data and take revenue for this, because now we have the like airdrops button cash for early adopters and the who will set up the first AI agents, because you need take like
Mm.
500 line of data about you for start training models. Yeah, and this is for early adopters. All time is a lot of benefits, airdrops, and a lot of opportunity what you can to do. And also the help to grow our app, because it's a DAO based idea
Oh,
and develop
cool.
people.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, I'm the target market for this. This is perfect because I'm still. Remember, I told you the story earlier where I'm asking the AI for some recommendations for a trip, and I just couldn't get it to send options where are catered to my preferences. So maybe I can use yours and finally get that satisfying answer from it. Yeah, I'm so excited to explore FrameChain and know more about how I can incorporate the loop thing, because that's really trippy, man. That's really cool. Like I can imagine a lot of personally a lot of events and just community spaces adding their own jokes and the fragments are their own opinions. That'd be very, very interesting to explore as a creator myself. And Constantine, I told you, man, when we started this, I'm sold. I am the target market. So yeah, I'm so happy that I got to talk to both of you and hear more about your projects and the behind the scenes as well. You gave us so many insights as to how you're building it, why you're building it, and to whom it's for. That's very clear in this episode. And thank you so much for being so generous with your time and for answering all of our questions. In Filipino, we say maraming salamat. So maraming salamat for sharing your time with us. Yuri, Constantine, I hope we can have you back here, maybe separately next time, so we can then showcase how exactly we can use your products. Yuri, by that time, I feel
Yes,
like,
yes.
yeah, I feel like that time it would already be done in production wise. So maybe you could showcase it to our community.
Hopefully. Yep.
Yes, I am claiming it. I'm manifesting it and low key pointing a gun to your head to make it happen. No, I'm kidding. Again, thank you so much, Yuri and Constantine. I hope to have you back here. I hope you enjoyed the show and see you again next time. Thank you,
Yeah,
guys.
ciao.
Thank you. See you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Ayan, guys, maraming maraming salamat po for joining our episode tonight. Thank you for sending in so many questions. Medyo naduduling na ako dahil napakarami ng mga sinend ninyo. Thank you very much again for your support, whether you're watching this live or if you are team replay, let us know in the comment section. For our top questions, maraming maraming salamat po. We have we asked 5 questions, but technically from 4 people lang. And you guys know the drill. For you guys to claim your rewards, punta lang kayo sa Twitter natin. DM us there. So maraming salamat, Alex, Espeso, Zaku, and Joko No Counter. Maraming maraming salamat po. And to everyone else who sent in their questions, thank you. We appreciate you. And like I said, super exciting weekend ahead because we have 2 IC Pulse episodes coming right up fresh and hot. So again, thank you everyone. If there are some ICP projects that we haven't featured yet, let us know in the comments and we'll happily call them up and make sure na ma-interview din natin sila dito so you can directly ask them your questions. Again, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you are looking for more content, we have so many episodes from IC stories, yung mga dati pa natin. They're all still very good. Take it from me. So kung kailangan nyo ng pinapakinggan while you're going to work, while you're cleaning the house, we are your best friend. So again, thank you very much, everyone. This has been Modern Milan. Thank you so much for joining us in episode 58 of IC Stories. Bye-bye.